Hi, this is Ernest from Never Stop Trucking, and today I decided to just make a video where I talk without any plans, any scripts, any agendas, and I don't want to edit it either. So hopefully this will be interesting to you. I wanted to go over the last few days because there's always something going on, something very interesting here at Usora Express at our trucking company. And I will go through my phone here, through my light is flickering, through my messages here, and I'll see what I can come up with, something interesting to talk about. I've had these lights for a long time, and I just never replaced them. I had them for like over 10 years, and I got them for free, second-hand used, and I'm still using them, and they're pretty cool, but sometimes they flicker. So what's going on? I'm gonna go through the messages here, and then just this will remind me. Okay, first thing, so we had someone that wanted to start driving here. He's an owner-operator, of course, and he's been waiting for some things, for permits for his truck, and he was supposed to start today or tomorrow, and it's been like a month or so. We've been going back and forth to do the drug test and get the IRP plates for him. But today was the day when he was supposed to start. Everything was ready, and today I actually got up earlier because he's in a different time zone. And then another one is texting me right now, so this should be interesting. And he didn't have DOT inspection done for his truck and trailer, and I told him, hey, we need that before you start, we will need that. And then he went to do it to the mechanic, and then he sent me these two pictures, and he's got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, like 16 things that he has to change, and I feel bad for him because this is gonna take a while for him to do all of this, and it's probably gonna be a lot of money. This is not going to be cheap. I mean, it's a lot of things that I mean, I can maybe show it on the screen when I edit this video. But I'm gonna respond to this guy. He's been off for like 2 weeks. 2 weeks. I'm renewing my cab card. Once it's done, I will start rolling. Yes, so he's been off for a couple of weeks, and he said that he has to renew his IRP, and then he'll start. So I'll just respond. That sounds great. What else? There is a mechanic here that I've known for a long time here in town. There are a couple of them. One of them has, he's a manager at a big shop. He used to have his own. And I've been working with him for like maybe 20 years through different companies where he was and where I was. But this other guy, he's working from his car. And he's probably one of the best mechanics that I've ever seen. Very affordable and honest. He's not gonna screw us around. I also known him for a long time, and I'm trying to get him, here to talk to me about trucks. So I sent him some ideas of what we can talk about. So we'll see if we can get him here. Okay, so now this guy is asking, because he has to do the IRP, and they're asking for the actual miles traveled between 23 and 24. So he has to go back to his IFTA reports, and then they can do that. He can also go back to the ELD reports on the ELD, and that's where you can get your mileage for your IRP and for your IFTA. So I'm just gonna reply to him. You should be able to get it from IFTA reports or from the ELD you were using. I don't think he was here at that time for this period when they were asking for. If he was here, I would have sent it to him, but I think he was at a different company. Okay, so that's Chris. Now with this guy, I texted him today. His DOT is expiring. He had a lot of work done on his truck. Interesting thing with him, he had his own IRP. So I tell everyone, if you want to use our IRP, you can, but I will have to collect the payment in advance for that, depending on how many months are left. For example, right now we only have 1.5 months left. So if someone wants to join us here at USARA Express and use our IRP plates, then we can just, they're gonna pay us for like 1.5 months, and then we're gonna pay them. And I'm not gonna charge you anything extra. Whatever they charge me, I will charge you as an owner operator. But then once the time comes to renew, we will have to collect the payment for the whole year, because if we have like 5 trucks under our plates, that's $10,000 that I have to come up with, and then maybe collect them a little bit by little bit. You know, big companies can afford that, but we are a small company, so I really cannot do that. So this guy, his IRP was expiring like a month ago, and he asked me if he can come to ours. I said, yeah, that's fine. So I did everything, uploaded to the website, and I got the plate, and I sent it to him through UPS, but UPS, I don't know if they lost it, but he got home, they said they left it. I have the confirmation of delivery, but it's not there. It's not there. So I had to go back to IRP, order a new replacement plate, and I'm waiting for that one and then send it over there. So I opened up a UPS business account right now, because I'm sending these things a lot to drivers, like ELDs, plates, signs, and sometimes it gets lost. Postal services, they were terrible, and I stopped using them. I went to UPS. Now UPS is becoming worse and worse, maybe because we are sending more and more of these packages, but now I have a business account. I can pre-package everything, print out the label, pay for it online, and I'm gonna use insurance for up to $1,000. There is this another owner-operator. He started last week, but I also have been talking to him for a long time. Maybe even 3 months, because he ordered a brand new truck, and he also got a brand new trailer right now. This is a 2025 Volvo, and it's one of that, the new version. And they had some issues with the truck, even though it was brand new, and a lot of things happened with him. The first one that they ordered, something was wrong with the truck. He didn't want that one, so they ordered the second one. I think there was something else that was wrong with that one as well, so they got him a third one. He went over 1,000 miles to pick up the third one, and that one broke down on the road, and it took them like 2 weeks to fix it under warranty. And then when he picked it up, there was some noise on the other side, and then they fixed that. This is all brand new trucks I'm talking about. Brand spanking new out of the factory, 0 miles, or like, I don't know, like 20 miles. And he finally started. But this truck is so cool. It looks so, it's a black truck, black Volvo, and the signs from USARA Express are white. And he's saying like he can't drive, like wherever he goes, people come to him and look at the truck like it's some kind of attraction. Like, and he's overwhelmed with that attention that he is getting from drivers and from everyone just looking at the truck. So I asked his dispatcher to bring him here to Grand Rapids, and maybe we can take some pictures of the truck, maybe even record a video if he's willing to. And he said, yeah, well, he's coming there this Wednesday. So that's in 2 days. So I can't wait for that, and hopefully we can make some videos. And then he said he might be able to maybe attract some drivers and recruit some owner-operators, talk to them, and then bring them here. Now, speaking about that, There is this program, we just started our affiliate program. It's in the description of the video, and you go to neverstoptruck.in website, and there are some things that you can help us promote, and you can make money as well. Whatever, whether you're a dispatcher or a truck driver or broker, whatever you're doing. So go to neverstoptruck.in and click on Earn Money up on top menu, and you will see we have 4 programs right now. The first program is if you bring an owner-operator to us, we'll give you $500. If you find someone that needs ELDs, and we are speaking about Verizon ELDs right now, because we are thinking of switching from Motive to Verizon. We'll see. Most likely we will switch from Motive very soon when the contract expires, but that's not soon. So if you send me someone that's interested in getting Verizon ELDs and they sign up with Verizon, it's called Verizon Connect, you will get $100. If you know someone that needs factoring and they sign up also, you'll get $100. If you know someone that needs insurance for trucking and they sign up with these guys, you will get $50. Okay, so speaking about that, that's what it is. Let's look at next text message. Okay, so this guy, he had, so I'm talking to him, he's coming here, but that's a story. We will get to that story, I guess. But this guy is coming here. He was doing Amazon. He had his own truck, and the truck kept breaking down. It was a little truck, and we had another guy that needed a driver. So this guy said, hey, I want to sell my truck. Do you have anyone that needs a truck driver? I said, yeah, that's perfect. We have this guy right here. So he started driving his truck, and he used to do Amazon, but now I guess Amazon is picking up. And now he's going back to Amazon. He's going to bring the trailer here from North Carolina to Michigan, return it to Prime Leasing here, and then he's going to go back to North Carolina and do those Amazon Power Only loads, because they have a lot of them over there: North Carolina, West Virginia, Pennsylvania, Maryland, and so on. But before he does that, he's going to go hopefully to Minnesota to pick up our trailer that's over in Minnesota and bring it back to Prime Leasing. Now that's a story that's like the highlight of this video. So we have someone here, and I'm working with a lot of owner-operators here, and we have different agreements, different things that we work on. Like it's like a chessboard, and like with someone, everyone is in a different situation, and you're trying to remember all of that, and you're trying to, make those moves and please everyone, and make sure everyone is profitable, and make sure everyone stays here, because we want them to stay here. So we had an owner-operator here that retired, and he had a truck that he wanted to sell, and he offered me. He said, "Hey, I'll sell you this truck and trailer. The truck is not, it's not expensive. We can do payments. It's an older truck. I mean, not that old. It's 2014 Cascadia, and I know someone else that I work with doing some other things, and he was asking me, hey, how can I get a truck?" And now I told him about this guy. So he bought this guy from that truck, from this owner, through me, okay? And he said, I'm gonna find a driver, put that driver in the truck. So it took him 3 months to find a driver, and I know he tried, and he's probably watching this video as well now. So with all those drivers, we had some issues. One of them, what happened with the first one? I can't remember. The first one came here, yeah. So we checked one of them with our insurance, and they never, like they said the driver was okay, but something was off, and we forgot about that driver, and he's supposed to drive this truck, remember? So we forgot about it, because we haven't heard from that. all of a sudden it's a holiday weekend. It was, I think, Memorial Day, and Monday was a holiday. So on Friday night or like Saturday morning, the owner of the truck is texting me, say, hey, this driver, remember this driver that we checked earlier? He's right there in Grand Rapids, like he's gonna come there, and then we gotta put him in the truck and then get him ready. I said, okay, hold on. So first, I didn't know this guy was coming. Second of all, it's Saturday. Like, I'm not in the office. Maybe I can somehow make it, but we have to do a drug test, and they're closed until Tuesday, and we have to do other things as well. So it's not like he's gonna have to wait. Like, I don't know, like, what to tell you. And then, well, can he go to the truck? And okay, well, I don't know this guy, right? I don't know this guy, and we're gonna give him the keys, and now he wants to go to a truck stop with the truck. I said, no, look, this, like, he's not on insurance. Let's wait. Like, we can't just, you're rushing things. We can't do it like that. So I go back to my email, and I see that the insurance was not, like, they were saying he was okay, but he wasn't. I don't know. I said, okay, let's wait till Tuesday. We gotta check him again, because it's been a while, and make sure that he's okay. And come Tuesday, he's here, like they're paying him for a hotel. Come Tuesday, I send an email to insurance again, and they say, no, this guy, definitely we can, because he had a lot of tickets and things, and then he wants to go, like he wants us to find him a first load to go to Laredo, because his daughter is graduating, and it's on Thursday. And I'm telling him, like, okay, so it's gonna be Tuesday. We have to do a drug test. The drug test is not gonna come back, within 24 to 48 hours. And we gotta find your load, get you ready, and you wanna go to Laredo and be there on Thursday. Well, buddy, you should have planned your daughter's graduation a little bit better than this. So that guy, insurance didn't want him. Second guy, now this is a manual transmission, this truck. Second guy comes here, the owner of the truck is telling me, okay, so this guy is coming tomorrow. He's coming from Louisiana. He's in a car, and it's again Saturday. And I'm like, dude, like, it's a weekend. We cannot do anything on a weekend. But I'm at home. I'm going to go to the office and just meet with him, do some paperwork, whatever we can do. And then while I'm on the road to come back to the office, the owner of the truck is texting me, say, hey, we have a problem. This guy cannot drive a manual. So now we have that problem. I guess he didn't even check with him. He just assumed, he's a truck driver, he can drive a manual. But a lot of these younger, newer drivers, they have those restrictions on their license, and they can't drive them. This guy could, but he didn't want to. Like he said, he forgot how to. It's been a long time. I guess he just didn't want to do that. Now, this driver he's falling off. After that, he found a third driver, and this driver is coming from Idaho, Montana, something like that. And they're saying, hey, he's going to be on a bus. The insurance, we checked everything. Insurance approved him. Everything is fine. He's going to come in a bus, and then he's going to take Uber and bring him here to the office. And I'm in the office. I'm saying, okay, what time is he going to be here? 3 o'clock. Okay, I do have an appointment at 4 today. But, we can talk, he can go do a drug test, and then next day whenever the drug test is back, we can do everything else. So this guy comes in here, and I'm hearing something in the hallway, like something is, like some sounds, like and I'm assuming it's the guy, it's the driver. And I go out, I open up the door, and this is going on for like 2 minutes. And I'm going out, and this guy is like doing his things, he's talking to himself. Oh man, like, what's going on? Like, who is this guy? He comes in, and like he's looking away. He's not looking me into the eyes, like not paying attention. And he's all over, and he starts telling me these stories. He's an older guy, but I'm not gonna go into details about these stories, but some of these stories like don't check out. So I can see that this guy is not mentally well. And I tell the owner, like, hey, we can't, like this guy, I have a bad feeling about him. We can't, I'm not gonna put him into the truck. I know it's your truck, but he's gonna be driving here. And he's like, please, please, this is the third guy, let's just give him a chance. No, I know all about giving chances. I've done that before. Someone comes to the office, I'll give them a chance. First week something happens, and then I'm like, why did I even give it? Because I knew this was not a good driver. I can see it. I can see, like, it's just like from experience. I dealt with over 100 drivers, at least. And he's begging me, like, let's just put him, okay, so I'm gonna call his previous employers, and I'm looking at his driving record. Okay, his driving record is perfect. No tickets, nothing. And he's been driving for a long time. He's an older guy. I look at his PSP records for the violations, for previous violations. I see nothing, all clear. I called the previous employer, the last one. I asked him, hey, like, can you tell me about this guy? And he says, well, he's bad at following directions, but, he's okay. He was safe, very respectful. He's just bad at following the directions. And I can see that. I'm like, okay, let's just put him in. I feel bad for the owner of the truck. Let's have the truck make some money. And this is, remember, we just got this truck from the previous owner, who I guess didn't maintain the truck well at all. And he takes the first load to Mississippi, comes back from Mississippi to Minneapolis, and he's in Illinois. He calls me, he says, hey, the truck is going only 5 miles per hour, and and like, I don't know what to do. And I know what it is. I know exactly what it is, and like, my whole world just like goes, like, turns upside down. It's something with the DPF, with the after treatment system. There's going to be towing involved. The repair is going to be like $10,000, like, because nowadays that's what it is with the after treatment. The last guy that it happened to him, same thing, $10,000, and I think I spoke about that repair on the channel, and so okay, there's a procedure, Send me pictures of what's on your dashboard. I go into DLD. DLD will show all the codes, what's going on. So he has like 11, 13 codes. Most of them are for DPF, after treatment, sensors, whatnot. And I know because the truck has been derated. It will give you a warning, like 200-300 miles before it stops. It will give you a yellow check engine light and another yellow light that shows the DPF filter. And any driver that has been driving for a few months, because all of these trucks right now have DEF fluid and DPF filters, they know that this is your sign to stop and call the owner of the truck, the dispatch, call a mechanic, see who is the closest one that can take you, because you don't want the truck to derate, because it will automatically, if you keep driving like that, it will derate. It will limit the speed to 5 miles per hour. So this guy, like he thought his DEF fluid was low, or the DEF fluid tank was empty. I don't know if it was or not, but I did some research later, and they said that this doesn't matter, even if you run out of DEF fluid. Like, once you put enough in, the truck should continue. So he stopped twice, put some DEF fluid in, and he kept driving and driving without calling us, without telling us anything. And 30 miles north of Effingham on I-57 in Illinois, the truck just derated. He called me, and now it's too late. Like, whoever you call right now, a mobile repair service, a local mechanic, they're not gonna mess with that. They know they can't fix it, right? They don't have the necessary tools or computers, diagnostics, any of that. So usually you have to call a dealer or one of the a large shop that can deal with that. So there's a Freightliner dealer 30 miles away. I called them and they said, no, you gotta tow it. We can't do anything. And I know that. Like, this is not the first time that this happened. I know that. So I found someone that's right there in that same town, in that same little town where he is, like 5 miles away, with a tow truck, and they want $1,300 to tow the truck and trailer to the dealer. Remember, the trailer's on the load. He has 2 deliveries in Minnesota. He hasn't made it there yet. He still has to, the load has to go, right? And I don't want to leave the trailer there unattended. Someone's going to steal it, steal the cargo. So I say, okay, that's too much. 1,300 miles for 30 miles to tow it. That's a bit too much. So I talked to the owner, and there is more people involved with him, and they try to find someone. And what are they going to do? And I tell them, okay, look, I think from my experience, because I called my mechanic right here in Grand Rapids, and he said, if you bring it here, because they have a big shop, and I'm pretty sure he can fix it for much cheaper than what they're going to do down there. And also, because I think sometimes he would let me do payments as well, so we can use my account and let the owner do the payments. He doesn't have to pay right away, and I trust this guy more. And the truck is here. Right? The truck, if it's irreparable, then we can just like throw it away, push it down the river or something. But if the truck is over there, like you have limited things that you can do with the truck, right? And I look for a towing to bring the truck here. One place gives me a quote of $3,500 to go from here to Effingham and bring that, just the truck, not the trailer, just the truck. $3,500. It's 360 miles one way. So just over 700 miles both ways. So they want 3,500. I call another place, they don't want to come here. I call another place, they don't want to go to Illinois. Fourth place, $4,500 quote. Okay, so I talk to the truck owners and I tell them, look, we should bring the truck here. Like, I know this is expensive tow, let's bring the truck here. And they said, no, well, there's a shop. We found a shop. It's 30 miles away, that same Freightliner. And we found someone, they're going to tow the truck, just the truck, to there for $760. We already working with the broker to find someone to repower the load, find another carrier just to bring the trailer to Minnesota. And I'm thinking, okay, we're going to bring the trailer. Like, let's worry about the load now. We want to deliver the load. We don't want to claim it. This is a big brokerage. We don't want to mess up any of that. Okay, you want to bring the truck to the dealer? Okay, yeah, you do it. It's your truck. This was my advice. My advice was not to hire that driver at all. But okay, so they bring the truck down there. I didn't know they didn't pay for the towing. I guess Freightliner said they're going to pay for the towing. I don't know. Freightliner calls me and they say, hey, I don't remember what they said they were going to do. They sent me an estimate with everything listed, $1,500 for that. I'm like, okay, wow, this is cool. Like, this is not too bad. $1,500, sure. Like, we have no choice. Go ahead and do it. And they do it that night. They call me. They say, oh, well, there are a lot of other things with DPF, with the cylinder head, with the valves. Like, and we're going to send you an estimate. I'm like, okay, here we come, $10,000. I'm waiting. It's like 11 p.m. at night. And they send me an estimate. So this is additionally of, on top of that $1,500 that they already said. So this is going to be an additional $39,000 for a repair for a 2014 Cascadia Freightliner with a Detroit engine with 1 million miles on it. That's worth maybe like $15,000 to $20,000, if that. $39,000, like DPF system, something with the cylinder heads, with valves. I'm like, oh, nice. Okay, this is by far the biggest repair estimate that I've seen. We had a couple of, on my trucks, we had a couple of overhauls, and that was back in the day, and they were like $20,000 to $30,000. That's the whole overhaul, right? To redo the whole engine. This is not it, and it's $39,000. By the way, this is a Freightliner in Effingham, just so you know. And I said, no, buddy, that's not gonna. And they're like, okay, well, if you want us to work on it, you're gonna have to give us $20,000, like half of that down, and we're gonna work on it. No, 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 like no, no, no. We're just gonna bring the truck here. You know, we'll pay you what we owe you. Said $1,500. We'll pay you, and okay, sure. Well, I'll send you that. So they sent it to me, $2,500. Okay, well, you said $1,500. Why is it $225 right now? Well, you know, they didn't pay for the towing, and we said we were going to pay, but we add 30% surcharge if we pay for that. So now you're going to pay us 30% more for the towing and some other things. And they fought with them, and I think they're going to delete that. After many, many phone calls, they're going to delete that 30% surcharge. Just because they paid them, and now we're going to pay them. It's not like $20, $30, $50 like a convenience fee. it's 30%. It was, the towing bill was like $800, I think, almost $800 with tax or something like that. So that's like $250 more. Just for that. That's crazy. And in the meantime, the broker found someone to repower the trailer and bring the trailer to Minnesota and deliver it. This load from, it was either from Mississippi or from Alabama, going to Minnesota with 2 deliveries. The load was paying $2,500, and we got up to Illinois. We got like 600 miles left, 590 miles to deliver that load. Guess how much the broker took off the rate confirmation, claiming that trucking company is charging them. They took off $1,900. Now the load was paying $2,400, sorry, because we got 500 left. You know, they left us with whole $500 for that load. So $2,400. They paid those guys $1,900 from Illinois to Minnesota, power only load on someone else's trailer. And we told them, like, I asked the dispatcher, I said, ask them, like, what's going on? He said, well, when we posted, we started $1,200 for this offering for this load, and carriers were just laughing at us. Well, yeah, you use someone else's money, you know, you could have paid 24, why not? So now that trailer is unloaded in Minnesota. Now we have to bring it here. So that, on top of everything, $800 to do the towing, go to that Illinois dealer, $1,500 to pay to the dealer. They took off $1,900 from the load. We're going to have to send someone to get the trailer from Minnesota to Michigan. That's another 600 miles. We have to pay for that. Then we have to pay for the towing for the truck from Effingham to Grand Rapids here. And then we'll see what we can do with the truck, like if someone can fix it or like do it for cheaper. I have no idea, man. That's ridiculous. And this driver, and this is a lesson to everyone. If you have a bad feeling about hiring someone, don't hire them. I keep telling everyone, if it's better for a truck to sit in the yard for 6 months as opposed to hire a bad driver. Just because we didn't have a luck with previous drivers, just because the truck was sitting, you should not hire, you know, whoever comes to your office. That's because this guy, he could have stopped at the Freightliner before that. You know, he could have found, we could have found a service for him. We could have talked to him, like, you can disconnect a speed sensor from the truck on the bottom. There's a speed sensor right there on the bottom. Like, if you go out down, you know, this guy, he didn't know like how to do any of that. But still, you know, just get a mobile service, pay them like $500. Go there, disconnect that stupid speed sensor, and the truck should have been able to go. Disconnect the batteries, see if it will reset. You can, I heard that you can even disconnect the fuse for the speed sensor. You don't even have to go down to the engine and do the speed sensor. There is a fuse. You can just disconnect that fuse for the speed sensor, and the truck maybe would have kept going like that. There's another guy, they're a flatbed, they were a team, owner of the truck, and he had a company driver, and he asked me if they could make some money as a team. I said, well, if you're a strong team, you know, strong team drivers, then yeah. And he said, no, that's fine, we can find regular loads. We just, you know, I want to get some training on a flatbed, so we're going to take it easy. But I guess it didn't work out for them. So the company driver is going to start with the truck. They had some inspections done. It's an older truck. It's an ELD exempt truck, and they had some inspections done. Two times in last month they pulled them over, and there are a lot of things to do on that truck. And now we wanted to bring the truck back to their home base and fix the truck, and we found a load for the driver to go back. But then he's calling, he's saying, hey, you know, the clutch, I think the clutch went out, so I have to go back empty and fix the clutch on that truck. Okay, so that's that. One guy had a blood clot emergency like 2 weeks ago, and he was in a hospital over the weekend, and man, that's bad. He's a younger guy, you know, he's a really cool guy. I like him a lot. He went to emergency care. Someone came down there to bring the truck and him, and we're waiting for him to recover. He's saying that he's doing better now, but you know, we'll see. So there are other minor things that kept happening, but I can't, like, this is too much, you know. I thought like I'm gonna start talking and maybe be done in like 10 minutes, but you know me, I can talk. So if you're looking for trucking insurance, I partnered up with LogRock. They have 3 agencies that they all work together, and they work with trucking insurance specifically, right? There's a link in the description of this video. Check them out. I think they can help you find the best coverage. No matter if you already have coverage or if you're just starting, check out LogRock. The link is in the description. This is Ennis from Never Stop Trucking. I hope you liked my bedtime stories for truckers. See you guys later, and thanks for watching.